Alright, what is going on, everyone? Trying something a little new this season. The last preview video I did, the sound and picture weren't perfectly matched up, and I'm guessing it's because I recorded it with the $2 webcam that I don't even know how I got it. I'm going to assume it came with the computer. So this time we're using, Jesse Corwin has provided us a GoPro camera to record this for. He uses it on his skiing adventures, but I'm borrowing it for this purpose. So, without further ado, welcome to the spring 2013. I always want to call it summer, but I think it's spring. Spring 2013 CAC 5v5 Draft Season Preview. As a quick recap for last season, in case you somehow missed it, JC won his third consecutive title. See, this is going to be the fifth season that we're going into, because I just take the number of JC's titles, add one to it, and that's how many seasons we've completed. If you're new to this, we're going to go through the lottery to determine the order of the picks, and then I'll do a quick little mock / best returning players preview. So, actually first let me give you some key dates, because that's the most important. So, you'll probably be watching this on Tuesday 4/23, so the Combine will be later today, 4/23, at the CAC, which is at 215 First Street in Cambridge, from 6 to 8 p.m. It's free as long as you paid your league fee. You can also pay it when you come tonight to the Combine. Combine is designed for rookies, but returning players are welcome to get some run in, meet some of the new guys. If you're a captain, you're obviously going to want to be there. And then the draft itself will be this Saturday, doing it live from CAC headquarters. Noon, I believe, is the draft time. Beer and pizza will be provided. You want to stop by and hang out. There is pickup during the day Saturday. Odds are you'll eat too much pizza and have too many beers to want to play pickup, but it's there. The draft will take an hour and a half, depending on how many ridiculous trades there are. And make sure your payment's in by Friday at noon. Then the season, I believe the first game is 5/7, but after the draft this Saturday, you get an email from Tibbs with who your captain is, who's on your team, where you get your jersey, all these important stuff at that point. So, first things first, let's do the lottery. So, if you don't know how this works, it's the same as the NBA lottery, except instead of the shittiness of your previous performance, your draft position is based on how bad you are as a player, or good, if you want to be more positive about it. So the captains with the highest APR, player rater, have the lowest percent chance to get the number one pick, and vice versa. And it's all scaled off the average player rater. So if you're slightly better so if everyone had roughly the same player rater, everyone would have roughly the same percent chance. So this season, our captains are Ian, not me obviously, who has a 22% chance, returning captain. JC, 22% chance, returning captain. The third slot, we got a little wild card. Cheese was supposed to be a captain, returning captain, great guy, everybody loves Cheese. Unfortunately, he's got some back issues, so he's taking this season off. So in order to not mess everything up, we're having Scott D'Amato be an auto draft captain in the 3-hole, because he has almost exactly the same player rater as Cheese. What an auto draft captain is he will be the captain of the team, but he will not be doing the draft himself unless he comes and tells me the next day that he really wants to. So Tibbs will be picking the team, and before you get real pissed off that Tibbs drafts your team, he did draft the champions in Season 2 of this league, so he's not always terrible. In fact, I bet you his drafted teams have a better record in championship games than he does. But anyway, so that's in the 3-hole, 20% chance for the number one pick. Fourth, we have Mike McCauley, who is a B-draft legend. 5v5 draft, this is his first season, so if you've only played 5v5 draft, you probably don't know him, but he's a real solid player, cool kid. Fifth overall, we got Brett returning. He's got, Macaulay has 11% chance. I think I forgot to say that. So next we have Brett returning from his championship game loss, 8% chance, number 1 pick. Myself returning captain, 7% chance. Drew returning captain, 7% chance. And new captain, but third season player, Tom Bruno, squeaking in with a 3% chance at the number 1 pick, despite his best efforts to tank his player rater down the stretch. So, just spilled water. Tibbs has emailed me the picks. He's already run the lottery, so if you're complaining that this is rigged after I win the number 1 pick, blame Tibbs. So, number 8 pick, the captain, selecting 8th in the spring 2013 5v5 draft league is Drew DeBari. That's unfortunate for Drew. He falls from 6. No, from 7. Oh, he's essentially tied with me for 6. To 8. So actually, I guess he only fell 1 slot. So never mind. He can't complain. Sorry, Drew. No complaint. 7th overall pick goes to Tom Bruno. Jumps from 8 to 7. Boring. 6th overall pick goes to Brett. So Brett falls from 5 to 6. Woohoo. The 5th overall pick goes to me. So essentially so far Brett and I have switched places and Drew and Bruno have switched places. So the top 4 players in terms of the odds of getting the number 1 pick are the 4 remaining. So that's how it should go, but that's more. Also, so let's see. So I'm rooting for Ian here. So we have Ian. We have the guy who's won the league 3 times and apparently leads the Charmed Life, so that's probably who will get the number 1 pick, JC. Then we have Tibbs. No one wants him to have the number 1 pick. And we have Mike Macaulay, who's new to the league, so you can't start out with the number 1 pick. That's weird. So, number 4 pick goes to Ian. Sorry, I just jinxed you. Shouldn't have said anything. So that's the biggest fall here. It goes from 4 to 1, or 1 to 4. Excuse me. And the 3rd overall pick goes to Michael Macaulay, which he was 4, now he's 3. Get a nice little bump. And the 2nd pick goes to Scott D'Amato / Tibbs auto drafting squad of awesomeness. So 3 to 2, and that means that the number 1 pick goes to the man who's won the last 3 championships in this league. So that's great. Okay, so I figured it out. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have the combine tomorrow. One of these crazy rookies who are supposed to be real good is going to show up, just dunk on everyone. JC's going to have to obtain a new pair of shorts. Then he'll take that player, number 1 overall, and then they're not going to show up for the season. That's going to be the end of his run. Or so I wish. All right. So just to recap that, we have picking 1st JC, 2nd Tibbs, 3rd Mike Macaulay, 4th Ian, 5th me, 6th Brett, 7 Bruno, 8 Drew. That's that. So just to go over, I'm not going to do a lottery because this season we have a bunch of impact rookies. So we have a lot. I would not be surprised if over 50% of the first round picks are rookies. So it's going to be a little crazy. Some of the rookies I've seen, some I've just heard about. So the combine, that's what the combine's for. And all the captains will get a chance to hopefully see all these guys tomorrow. But for the top returning players or players that from other draft leagues that I've seen play for seasons and seasons, first we got Brian Phillips. Every team needs, you know how you win basketball games, you score more points than the other team. That's what Brian Phillips does. Solid at everything, great shooter, can't leave him open. You guys all know him, this is his 3rd season in the league. Second, we got MC3, who is the littlest of the Macaulays, the youngest of the Macaulays. I think there was a scientific study done. I think there was like 13 and a half Macaulays in the league. But, so it's Mike's little brother. He's super quick, point guard, Great passer, he gets a ridiculous amount of steals, really, really annoying to play against him. Finishes really well around the rim. Not the best three-point shooter. I wouldn't leave him open every possession, but he's not going to kill you with threes, but really, really solid. Third, we got Scott Green, who will continue to make his weird 15-foot jump shots that no one can seem to defend and come from behind the backboard. Fourth, we have Yancey Brown. I always want to call him Yancey Gates because I watch too much Big East basketball. Yancey Brown didn't play this most recent season, played a couple seasons before. 6'3", 6'4", super athletic, gets 1,000 boards because of the combination of those two factors, blocks shots, finishes pretty well around the rim, takes too many jump shots. Sort of a common theme of almost every person that is 6'3" or 6'4", is they shoot too many jump shots. Next we have Brad Conant. I should really ask people how to pronounce their names because I'm inherently terrible at that. So Brad, great three-point shooter. I think he had like a sneaky high three-point shooting percentage until he did his best attempt at tanking it in the last game. I was trying to think of a sweet analogy there and nothing came to mind. Best Damian Ruff impression. Could finish around the rim, makes tough shots. You need a guy to get a bucket. He's your guy. Until he decides to foul 6 different people in 12 seconds and then take himself out. Next, again, these are top returning players, not top players overall. We also got Luigi. Didn't play last season. Played in 5v5 draft a couple seasons before that. I think he has 2 titles. With Chris Cousins, and he's 6'1", 6'2", but pretty big dude, athletic, gets boards, I think he's the all-time leader in blocks per game in 5v5 draft, so blocks shots, finishes around the rim, and takes 20 jump shots. Greg Waldman, probably the best pure pass first point guard, can't shoot threes. Oh, no, All-Star game he hit a couple. Can't hit free throws. I'm assuming he'll get better at that. But he'll get in the lane. He does that crazy spin move, finishes real well, drops a ton of assists, gets boards. I think he had a triple-double the only triple-double last season. I think he had 1 in B draft and 1 in 5v5 draft, so real solid point guard. Then we got Marvin Avin, or Yavin. He had a J in his name, and that disappeared, so I don't know which one's correct. From B draft fame, big dude, gets boards, finishes around the rim, and probably takes 20 jump shots. But anyway, next, Kit Block. Injury plagued season last year, but he's real solid. 6'3", probably weighs 17 pounds, maybe 18, and he can hit the open. He actually doesn't take too many jump shots. Probably doesn't take enough jump shots. He'd hit the open 3. He'll get you boards. Good passer. Pretty much does everything except guard people that weigh over 100 pounds more than him. So, and 10th, so we'll just do 10. 10th we'll put Jason Talanian, the Talanian Devil I call him. He runs in lots of circles. All-around player, jack of all trades, master of none. Really, really solid guy. So, he didn't play last season either, but has played in the league before. So those are some of the top returning players. We got a lot of guys coming back. We have 36 returning players, and then 8 captains. So 44. We have 44 people that have played in the CAC before in this league next season. So it should be good. Not so many rookies. Just keeps the consistency and makes the teams more balanced because people know everyone. Anyway, some huge wild cards. Things to look out for at the Combine tomorrow. We have Devin Keith, Marquise Victor, Kofi Williams, a couple other Ryan McCarty, big rookies. A lot of size and skill for the rookies, so Combine should be interesting if they all show. And that'll about do it for the preview podcast. Remember, Combine tonight, 6 to 8 p.m., CAC, 215 First Street, Draft Saturday, noon. Peace.